Hello everyone, this is Big Boss Calvin 83. I tell you, the last video I posted, it was a responsible guy, who obviously had a problem with my tone and the way I address some women, not all, but some women, based on the bullshit that they're on. Especially women who are feminists, and that's who I was talking about. So when I did that video about that young man killing himself because his so-called girlfriend dumped him, and I talked about how he couldn't handle it, and especially the fact that he had psychological and emotional and mental problems, mental illness because of that. And I'm not sure, like I said in that video, if he was a TFLer. He might have been a TFLer. He might have been in his youth, and maybe he was lucky to actually get a girlfriend, and he fell so hard and fell in love deeply with this particular woman, and then she complained about him being clingy and needy. You know how women do. They complain about men, who are happy to have a woman in their lives, and they get so happy and they cherish it. But the women take it as being clingy and needy, when the fact of the matter is, the reason why you got so many men who are clingy and needy is because of the fact that many men have been, you women, you know who you are, had denied most of the 80% of men a life. You don't give these men a type of day. You don't give them you don't talk to these men. You refuse to talk to them. You don't give them no love, no companionship, no support. You reject them for 1 to 5 seconds of stereotyping them out based on superficial bullshit. And because of that, now it's like this. If you were in an island, and if you were denied food for the time that you were on that island, the day that you were able to get somebody gave you some food, a ton of food, you would eat it all up in one day. So it's no different with men desiring women. If women were denied a life and denied love for like 10 years, 20 years, the minute they got that opportunity, they would hold on to it real tight. So that's what happens. Now I was surprised. I thought I was gonna get women a bunch swarming in, commenting on my channel, and probably hitting the dislike button instead of the like button because of the fact of what I said. No, that wasn't the case. What was the case is that I got a lot of men, and I'm pretty sure, well, maybe there were some women pretending to be men, but I got a lot of, I can't really call them men. I got a lot of males trolling my channel because of what I said. Now, to clear something up, I'm not advocating that men go out and kill women. I'm not saying that's the right thing to do, but in some cases, out of a crime and passion, sometimes it's justified for the way men have been treated by women, and what this particular woman has done to this particular man, where women love to go out there and break men's hearts. Not all, but some, and a lot of. It's like I said, like women get a big power trip for rejecting a guy or stereotyping a man out for 1 to 5 seconds, or dumping a man, especially if he's, some women know that this man truly is in love with him. Women will break his heart and take that kindness for weakness. So I got so many men who are upset with the video about the young man killing himself. It's like, it was just, I was amazed. I didn't say I was advocating men kill women and all that stuff. When I said that I'm not going to go out, and I'm not saying I'm going to go out and do this, but I'm saying it doesn't make sense for a man to kill himself over a woman. And can we agree on that? When I said, well, if you wanted to make a statement that if you're gonna, don't kill yourself over a woman. You might as well kill the bitch and then kill yourself. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to do that, or I'm telling any guy to do that, or any person just kill somebody and kill himself. The reason, and I'm not just telling men, you know, you should go out and kill women. I'm not saying that, because that's not gonna. It may open people's eyes, like the incident of George Cizini when he went out there, and this was out in Pittsburgh. He shot up LA's gym. He shot up a gym and killed a bunch of women. Because, and I know I'm not condoning it, but I understand why he did it. See, you can understand, you don't have to agree with what somebody does, but you can understand where they're coming from and why they did it. You know, I'm not saying that I'm going to go out and kill a woman and kill myself. I'm not going to take, sometimes in the past I have been suicidal. But I'm not going to kill myself over some worthless ass broad, you know what I'm saying? And the reason why I say it don't make no sense for a man to kill himself at all. If he was really upset, you know, and the woman broke his heart, you know, he should seek vengeance. But I'm not advocating that a man just kills a woman and then kill himself. You know, I hope y'all understand what I'm talking about. I mean, the sad thing is, in order to be heard, sometimes you may have to take somebody's life. That's how, I'm just telling you how a serial killer thinks. And the reason why, and you know, they will kill somebody and kill themselves. And a lot of people say, why would a person kill somebody and kill themselves? Well, it's to be heard. Because this person broke their heart so badly. And most women don't give a fuck about a man's feelings. I mean, so this man had his heart broken so hard, and he lost it, and he killed a woman, or he just killed a bunch of women, did himself, because of the fact that, I mean, the reason why some men kill themselves is because of the fact that they don't care anymore. They have lost their life. Their life has been killed. They've been denied a life so bad. And when you suffer from loneliness, when you live true force loneliness, you're already killed from the inside out. You understand what I'm saying? So when a man snaps and goes on the edge and kills a bunch of women and then kill himself, well, some of it's just because of the fact that it's the women that caused him so much pain. He just, you know, he just sees the woman as the enemy. And as far as killing himself, he kills himself. It's not because he's afraid of going to jail. Not necessarily. He kills himself because life's not worth living. That's how bad it has gotten out here. So I got a lot of men who was upset about me for saying that, but I said it because I'm not condoning it. I'm just telling you, I understand why some men, or even some women, you know, when they get their heart broken, or they've been treated like shit for so long, and they gotten their feelings hurt over and over again. Society loves to hurt other people's feelings. We live in a culture where hurting going out your way and cutting somebody's throat and hurting their feelings and putting them down and making them feel bad about themselves is acceptable. When you continue to abuse them, and this society is gotten so bad that this is like you're taught as a kid to cutthroat somebody, to abuse somebody, mistreat somebody, bully somebody. And because of those things of being constantly abused, if you abuse somebody long enough, they're gonna snap and fucking try to kill you. And that's what happened. And that's what happens. So I hope you understand why I said what I said. Now, in the next video, a guy responded to me talking about, well, he doesn't like the tone that I use to talk about women. No, and first off, before I go any further, I don't give a shit if you don't tell me what kind of tone I can or cannot use. This is not your channel. You don't pay my internet bill. You don't pay you don't pay none of the bills at my house. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't doing nothing for me. You don't have no videos, but you got the nerve to critique my videos. You got a lot of nerve. Don't tell me how to fucking run my channel or what to talk, what I can and cannot talk about. This is not your channel. If you don't like what I say, then go somewhere else with that bullshit. You can say, well, if you're the reason why women are not going to, you know, this is what some of you men are saying. Some of you men are so effeminate and so bitch made. It's just so sick. And it's just so sad. A lot of you men are so pussy whipped. Y'all think about pussy all. How in the hell can y'all think about pussy and sex every 5 minutes all day? That's what y'all think about. But you ain't doing it. You ain't getting no ass. You ain't getting no pussy. You ain't getting no pussy. You ain't fucking no women. But you spend your time on the internet obsessing over pussy, just assessing, being obsessed over sex. And you talk and you get mad at me because I talk about certain issues that most men go through and what they got to deal with evil ass women. There's more evil women than there are good women. There's more bad people on earth than there is good people. A lot of people claim to be good, but the majority of them are fucking bad. And why is that? Why is that? You can comment and tell me why it's bad. You know, the reason why evil people rule this earth, or I should say, reason why evil people run this earth is because good people do nothing. You understand what I'm saying? And some of you guys are saying, well, I don't like the fact that you curse so much. If you don't like the fact that, first of all, it's funny how you have a problem with a person using the words. I mean, yeah, there's better ways to articulate your points without swearing. Don't get me wrong. But I'm going to express the way I feel. And a lot of men are expressing the way they feel. They're venting out their frustrations. They're venting out their hurt, their anger, their pain and suffering. So a man has the right to vent. We're not allowed to express ourselves emotionally in society. Only women can get away with that shit. And that's another double standard. That's another form of female privilege. That's another form of female privilege. A lot of you guys claim to be down for the cause about men's issues, and some of y'all claim to support men's rights and all that stuff. Some of y'all claim to support equality, and y'all want equality and you want fairness. But at the same time, in order for us men to get fair treatment and get equality, in order for us men to have rights, we have to address the issues. If you want to solve the problem, you got to treat the root of the problem, not the symptoms. You understand what I'm saying? So you talk about, some of you guys saying, well, if you didn't call women bitches and all that at first, if you didn't call women bitches and hoes, then maybe women will listen to you. First of all, don't tell me I'm going to call a bitch a bitch. I call a spade a spade. I never said all women are bitches and hoes. And as far as other guys commenting on my video saying fuck bitches and women are all sluts and bitches and hoes, the reason why I just let them vent. I'm not going to tell somebody what they can and cannot say. And first of all, I already know that when guys or even some women talk about bitches and hoes, they're not saying all. They're saying that you got some women, and then you got some women who are like that, and we gotta accept the fact that most women are whores, sluts, and gold diggers. I mean, the way most women carry themselves, not all, but enough, carry themselves is that they portray themselves to be prostitutes. Some of them portray themselves to be like dykes. They want to act like a man, but want to be treated like a woman at the same damn time. But you can't have it both ways. You cannot have your cake and eat it too. You can't. You know, y'all don't like the tone of my videos. Like I said, if you don't like the way I speak and the way I address things, then go ahead and make your own videos. Show me how it's done. The reason why I'm hardcore with this stuff. And my tone is hard, and my tone is very loud and blatant and blunt, is because of the fact that the only way the reason why I'm like that because I'm expressing the way I feel. There's nothing wrong with, I mean, you as a man, you're not considered human. You're not allowed to express yourself. And that's a big problem that America has. Now, as far as my tone and getting my point across a certain way, you got to understand that you can't talk nice to women. If you want women to listen to you, you got to be raw. You got to be hardcore. You got to be real. You got to be straight up. You got to be direct. You understand me?
It's a toy.
Hello.
Hi there.
You understand me? The reason why I do that.
Stop that. Don't blow it.
The reason why I do that is because the fact that you can't talk nice to women. You cannot be sweet. You cannot be politically correct. Because if you do that, your message will not be taken seriously. So if you try to water it down and be politically correct and diplomatic and fair, and how can you be fair to somebody when they're not fair to you in the first place? The reason why I get women's attention the way I do, and I get them to open their eyes, is because I'm hardcore. I tell it like it is. I don't sugarcoat it. I tell the truth. And I don't water down my message, and I refuse to do that. If you don't like my tone of my videos, then don't fucking watch it. I mean, the women didn't have an issue with my last 2 videos. Most of you men did. So the reason why I'm hardcore and I got you can say a hostile tone, or I speak with a lot of passion, is because I'm very passionate about what I do. You know, I'm about making a change, and the only way you can get people's attention, and you cannot be nice, and you cannot be politically correct, and you cannot worry about hurting somebody's feelings, and you cannot be and as far as I'm concerned, you guys cannot be afraid to be called a woman hater. You know, some of you guys say I'm down for the cause, but I don't want to be called a woman hater. I got to tell you something. When women have their complaints and they're very passionate about their message and their agenda, and they're very hardcore with their speech. Hell, they even bash men. They don't say nice things to us. They just spew out their anger and their hatred about us. You understand what I'm saying? They do that. They're not polite with they have a strong tone, and their tone is very hostile for some reason. They're very blunt and direct. So, and that's how they get us to, and that's how women get us to listen to them. They're not going to sugarcoat their message. They're not going to talk all sweet and nice. They're not going to do that. So, understand something. If you want change, you got to put yourself out there. You cannot give a fuck about what other people think. You got to you got to tell it as it is. You cannot sugarcoat your message. You cannot water it down. You understand what I'm saying? Now, and my final point is, you know, who cares if you're called a woman hater? I've been called a woman hater ever since I've been on YouTube and started making videos back in December 2008. I've been called every name in the book but a child of God. You know, I've been called the N-word. I've been called, I'm a misogynist. I've been called a woman hater. I've been called a racist, which, I mean, it's funny when I talk about these issues on sexism, racism. I talk about the government. I've been talking about I'm a conspiracist. I've been called every name in the book. I've been called everything but a child of God. But the thing is, people still watch me. And they don't like what I say, but I mean, if you don't like what somebody says, then why do you watch their videos? Why do you even comment? Why do you even argue with them? I mean, obviously, some of you guys just want attention. Y'all act like females. And that's the sad thing. This is what feminism has done to us men. It has effeminized us and feminized us to be bitches. It has feminized us to be pussy whipped and kiss women's asses and put them on pedestals. That's the sad thing. You know, I mean, to you people out there that don't like what I say, it's funny you don't like what I said, but you keep on trolling my channel. You keep disliking my video like that's going to change anything. I'm still going to say what I want to say. If you don't like it, it's too damn bad. The only way to bring men and women together is to be honest. And speak the truth and have facts to back it up and file your complaint. You know, that's what you gotta do. You know, in order to make social change, you gotta go against the grain. You gotta stand up you gotta address the problem, and you gotta stand up for yourself. I'm not saying you gotta be violent or anything like that, or kill somebody, or be belligerent and just curse people out. What I'm saying is, you gotta stand behind your convictions. You gotta take the stand and sacrifice. Hey, you gotta sacrifice your life and realize that, hey, I'm gonna offend some people. I'm gonna have some people dislike me. But you know what? At the end of the day, I'm still right. In order for us to come together, we cannot be, in order for us men to get our message out there, we cannot be politically correct. We cannot worry about other people's feelings, because as you see, nobody cares about our feelings. Nobody cares about our wants and needs. We gotta be straightforward. We gotta be upfront. We gotta have facts to back up our complaints. We gotta be blunt. You know, we gotta stand behind our convictions. We gotta stand up to this gynocentrism. You know, we gotta fight the good fight, and we gotta fight for what's right. Because if we don't, nobody will ever take us seriously. So that's why you as a man, you can't worry about what other people think, and you can't worry about other people's feelings. You're gonna offend some people, but if they don't like it, that's just too bad. But they're gonna listen to you. You gotta stand behind your convictions as a man. You gotta stand up for what's right. Even if you guys risk about, hey, you might not get no pussy. But if y'all on the internet, I don't understand why y'all so worried about not getting pussy. Because, I mean, you're obviously on the computer. If you really want a pussy that bad, you'll go out and get it. Another thing, you cannot forsake your manhood. Because when you do that, women will see that as weakness. So a real man will put away childish things. A real man will stand up for what's right. A real man will stand behind his convictions. A real man will sacrifice their lives to make a fucking change. And that's what we gotta do. That's all I gotta say. I'm out. Peace.